Hello everyone, it's just a dad. Today I'm going to do an unboxing and show you how to set up for the first time this eufy S300 eufyCam kit. So it does come with the home base 3 and it does come with 2 of these battery powered outdoor cameras. They're 4K. These cameras, in order for these to operate, they do have to have a home base 3. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to charge up these batteries. Underneath here there is a USB-C port. Peel this up right here. It does come with a cable. Plug the USB-C port in, and it could take 4 to 5 hours to charge these, but we want to get these fully charged. Once they're fully charged, they will last up to 6 months under normal usage. Okay, here I've got it charging. That blue light is on. When that blue light goes out, that means it's fully charged. So each camera does come with its own mount. There's only one place to screw it in, right here in the back. It's got 1/4 threads. You're going to screw it in, then tighten down this little nut right here to make it nice and tight. We're going to mount this to the wall, take this off. It does come with the screws that we need to mount it to the wall and some wall anchors. Just simply screw it in there like that, and then we're going to put it in. Screw this back on, tighten down this nut. Before you tighten it down, you're going to want to position the camera. And it does have a place where it can go down at a 90-degree angle. So if it's up on a shelf like that, you could like that, or anything like over to the left completely. You'd want to move that opening over to the right if you want it to the right. So when you've got it where you want it, then tighten down this nut right here. That's going to keep the position, and as long as this is tight right here, you're good to go. Now it sticks out from the wall about 5.5 inches. The mount's about 3.5 inches. The camera 2 inches by 3.5 by 2.5. Now it does have a light on the front. There's a motion sensor and there's a 4K camera that can sense motion, and it will start recording. This does not record 24/7, so it does have to sense motion. It does have, it can detect faces. So if it detects somebody's face, it will tell you that in the app. Now there's no local storage on here, but when these are connected to the home base 3, there is 16 gigabytes of local storage on here. But what's nice about the home base 3 is you can expand it. You can put a hard drive in here. It doesn't come with a hard drive. It comes with 16 gigabytes built in, but you can take that off, put a hard drive in there, and really expand the storage so that you can store every time this activates or you do a live view, it'll record it on the home base. And you don't have to pay a subscription for cloud storage. It's all free because of storing it locally. Even if I'm in another state away, I can still, as long as the home base is connected to the internet, I can still on my phone check all the action that's been going on because it's going to connect to the home base and I can see the recordings on here. Now there is a sync button on the front. You're going to have to press that whenever we're setting them up for the first time. Now let's talk about the home base. It does need to be connected with a LAN cable. On the back here, there is a LAN port. You're going to have to connect this to your router. You cannot connect this via Wi-Fi to your router. Your router has to connect to it with a hard line. Now the cameras are going to connect to this with Wi-Fi. That's how they connect. Now on the back here, you can, again, put a hard drive in here, and then you can archive the videos that are on that drive. You can put a thumb drive back here. So if you want to download like 3 months of videos, put a thumb drive on the back here. In the app, you can tell it to archive, and it'll transfer everything from that hard drive to the thumb drive and take it out. And again, there is a sync button here. And this has to be powered in all the time. It does come with an AC adapter, 100 to 240 volts, 50 or 60 hertz. It outputs 12 volts, 2 amps. This has to be plugged in all the time. Now what's nice, this does have a speaker built in that it can speak to you whenever you're during setup, and you can get alerts. So you can turn the speaker on underneath here. So if this thing senses somebody at night, like say 2 or 3 in the morning, you can have it give you an alert through the home base. Okay, I have my home base set up. Again, I've got the LAN cable connected to my router right here. Again, connected to it. This is still connected via Wi-Fi to my other router, but you do have to have a hard connection. I did archive some videos to a thumb drive, and I do have an SSD hard drive in there. So there it is, all power. It's got a blue light on the front. Okay, so in the eufy security app, you do have to log in with a username and password. We're going to click on battery camera. And we're going to click on the eufy S300 3C. Okay, I've got my home base already set up. I'm going to press the sync button until I hear the beep. It does have to be relatively close to the sync. Now mine's in kind of another room, but I am relatively close. So press this until you hear a beep. Okay, so the home base spoke to me, said it's ready to add the device. It's discovering it right now. Here's what the app looks like. Okay, so this played a little tune. Okay, so the home base spoke to me and said that the device was added safely, and now I got to name this. Again, it says it takes about 8 hours to charge. You can't charge it from the home base. I didn't know that. That's kind of neat. So you can charge it from this blue one, it says, the USB port. Okay, once it's set up, you can go under motion settings, and you can have it select whether it sees human, vehicle, pet, or all motion. You can even pick what zones you want to see the motion in. Power management, this is where you can set the battery to optimal battery life, optimal surveillance, or customize it. Again, it does have a spotlight on the front, so you can change the brightness of the spotlight. Okay, and there's what the spotlight camera looks like. Okay, so here I am in a dark room. We can see it is actually pretty bright, but it is going to use up quite a bit of the battery. Now it even has a speaker here where you can hear people and talk to them through it, and it also has an alarm. So you could set this to, if it saw motion at night, you could have it just turn the light on, maybe that would scare them away, or you could have them turn an alarm on, and it would turn an alarm on the home base also if you wanted. Lots of functionality. Now again, the camera cannot record 24/7. It's active 24/7, and if it senses any motion, it'll start recording, and you can vary that time, but it's not going to sit there and just continuously record and store to this. It does have to sense motion, but you can, if something else senses motion, you could tell this one to start recording, even though it's not sensing motion. Now, since it is battery powered, it says under normal usage, when it's fully charged, it will last 6 months. But you will have to unmount it and then take it over and charge it with USB-C. And it does talk about the hard drive inside the home base. Take the little screw off, there's a tray, and you can install a 2.5-inch hard drive. I installed a SSD hard drive in mine. And so with it mounted 7 to 10 feet off the ground, you get up to about 26 feet of motion detection. And the camera field of view is 26 feet and 7 feet tall. It does come with the screws to mount the hard drive to that tray that comes out. But again, it does come with 16 gigabytes of internal memory that you don't have to put an SSD card or a hard drive in there, but you will get a lot more storage. So I hope this video helps. Thanks everybody for watching.